Welcome to another Transformers review. This is like it's 1985 with my review of Binaltech Arcee. Now, as you can see, her alt mode is a Honda S2000. Go ahead and take a look at the car mode here. Anyways, pretty nice. A nice feature of this car mode is the as its real life counterpart. It's a drop top, so this part comes off, and this piece was included as an extra piece that tabs into these two holes here. And like in a real car, you'd have that be the cover for where the top drops down into. So nice feature. They didn't have to do that, and that's kind of cool. So I appreciate that level of detail. Pink interior, not very detailed though, other than that. So let's go ahead and get on with the transformation. First thing we can do, there's these 2 points here. We want to go ahead and just loosen them up, and then these side skirts. Let's go ahead and move the camera up just a tad. You want to separate it to both those points so that you can fold these in, and it's going to make a pretty loud snap like that. Same thing over here. It's already loosened for us, so fold that in. This piece here becomes the weapon. I like this because watch what happens. You just poke it up, and out comes the engine block, which becomes the gun. Nice way to get the hood open, because oftentimes you got to cram your fingernail into there. Sometimes it doesn't work quite so well. So, anyways, I like that. So onto the feet here, which will be the bottom, the front end of the car. I'm going to separate at the front, like so, and then pull the legs down towards you. They're kind of folded up there in a little recessed area. So for the legs, you want to bring out the feet here. The other thing is, the tricky part here is this piece here. You need to loosen it up and fold it in at kind of an angle like that. So you got it like so, as you can see. Same thing over here. That'll become key, so you can get some clearance issues later taken care of. Same thing. We'll do the same thing. Kind of, you have to, if you can move the tire out of the way, just go ahead and do so, and then angle it up like that. Now bring down the feet, and they need to be rotated around so that they're facing. Well, let's go ahead and close these flaps up here. They don't peg into anything; they just close up. So you want to rotate the feet around. And moving to the front, you should have something like that, where these are not touching the ground. That'll be key to getting her to stand up. The other thing, I'm going to bring out the heels. There's some heels at the bottom here. Let's bring those out. Okay, looking pretty good. Now on the doors, they slide out like most all of the alternators do. Slide out like that, and simply put it down like that. Same thing over here. Slide out and fold down. Become our leg armor, I guess. But you see that in a lot of the alternators, of course. All right, so move up to the top. Now, what I'm going to do, this piece here, you want to rotate it so it's like that, and then you want to rotate the body again. So you're just rotating this, that would be 180, and then you're rotating the waist 180. So this is going to become the front of Arcee. Fold down the pink seats. Now to loosen up the arms, you want to separate the back end here. The spoiler splits apart. The trunk comes out like that, or the top of the lid comes out like that, and then you can kind of see how this is going to separate there, so you've got something like that looking like that now. So let's bring out the chest piece. This is kind of cool part. It folds down on a hinge. Just fold it down. There's a hinge right there. Now this part comes forward like that, and these pieces go to the side. The two spoiler pieces. So you've got her looking like that, as you can see. Rotate the head around. What you want to do with the arms, you want to have these wheels facing out towards us. So we want to go ahead and drop them down, rotate. These are stiff, so you just got to have faith that they're meant to go that way and that you can move them that way. The box shows the arms at like an angle like this. Let's leave them like this because I'm going to show you why I prefer it at an angle. Come back to the arms here. You want to loosen up this piece. There's a cut right here, so just pull out and then down. Same thing over here. Pull out and then down. And if you come back to the front, you can see you just rotate her arms like so. Rotate like so. And that's Arcee in her all her pink glory in her robot mode. Let's get her stood up here, or standing up decently, maybe. All right. So there she is. You can see on these side pieces here that I said to get out of the way, they kind of act to support the back of her feet, and really they should be up farther. Actually, I think they've gotten, yeah, they're about right. But they need to be slightly above where the level of the feet are, so that they actually support her. Let's go rotate around, give you a view of her backside there. Sorry about that camera wobble. Coming back to the front, let's take overall my impressions. She looks pretty masculine with the shoulders like this. So what the box does is they show you to rotate the arms like that and then swivel down the arms like so. And I think that helps a little bit. She's still got this kind of a gorilla upper body to her look, so she's not quite as feminine as I'd like, despite having pink. Let's see if we can zoom in and show you her head. It's an alright head. It doesn't look that feminine to me. It would have been cool if they would have maybe, you know, it would be cool if I customized this to get somebody to mold a head and paint it just like the Generation 1 Arcee head sculpt, or how she appears in the cartoon at least, and get her painted the same way. That'd be awesome. This head, it kind of looks like a male type of head, I guess, but you know, it's all right. Yeah, I think let's go back out here. You know, I think putting the shoulders up like this help, as opposed to being down like that. It helps a little bit, I think, to make it a little more feminine looking. So recommendations. If you're really into alternators and you kind of want to complete your line, you know, pick her up. I think she only comes in the Binaltech version, which means, of course, has die-cast parts. I'm not, you know, as a sports car enthusiast, I'm not too crazy about the Honda S2000, and so it's not really the alt mode that I would get her for. I would just say if you can get her to complete your Binaltech / alternator collection and you're a completionist, then yeah, go ahead and get her. But she's not quite as feminine as I would like her to be. I know that's kind of hard to do in a robot, but it would be awesome, like I said, to have somebody sculpt a G1 representation of Arcee, and that would help go a long ways, I think. I don't know what else to say. It's a nice transformation. I like the transformation process is nice and easy, pretty straightforward. Yeah, I don't know if I can really say anything else. Alright, the weapon. I should have showed you that real quick before our time runs out. You just flip up the thing like this. It was like this, but then you flip it up like this, and she can hold it in her hand. So she's got a pretty decent weapon. There's a peg post in here, but she holds it pretty well if you just stick it in there. So, anyways, I'm out of time. This has been my review. Arcee, thank you.